you ain't living till you come alive. Get it twisted, catch a walk up, aim it from the side. Niggas turned on me, fuck it, I know how to drive. Road to success, a lonely ride. My wrist had a seizure, my neck is anemic. My girl look like heaven, so I copped a demon. Hey, that boy ain't a shooter, you can't get shit when you blinking. So fuck the shit he talking, we'll park that boy like Lincoln. He a bitch like Goldilocks, he just want the porridge. See, we completely different, me, I want the whole forest. We ain't in the same boat, I'm in a yacht on the coast. Politicking with the type of women you couldn't approach. And the mama, she bad, yeah, I can see she conceited. So before she get this dick, I'ma make her overeat it. Own nothing, control everything. John Rockefeller, equity in real estate. Asset over checks, on that B-nose squad of shit. I reverse the debt, out of Whoopi, Morris rap god. I'm a threat, walking on water, wavy quantum physics. That's on God, I'm never tripping, bitch. I get it cradle to the grave. Ain't you not see, motherfucker, look what mama made. Yeah. Okay, if we talking numbers, then I'll be completely honest. You ain't paid for the verse, my baby, the fee was for homage. Long road to success, but I never get off it. It's get money from the wound to the coffin. Yeah, victory, nigga, drop winning by a landslide. Walk like in this motherfucker, I'm a landmine. Snitch niggas all the Mars, all them niggas tell time. Bring it over this way, you gon' have to tell God. I'm in rare form, lucky lefty. R.I.P. my brother Lenny, shout out Grandma Becky. Yeah, he at it again, my nigga, read him and weep. Residual ends, my money stacking my sleep. Versace my sheets, thread count, come with a queen. I run a regime like Saddam Hussein or Saddam Hussein. You're out of your league, you're out of your leg. I'm on pot, spelled backwards, T.O.P. Used to trampoline the mattress, see you seen the springs. Back then we ain't had shit, but I had a dream. Now I walk through the airport like I'm a king. I drop hooks 4 feet, call me Jaffe Kareem, nigga. I drop hooks 4 feet, call me Jaffe Kareem, nigga. I drop hooks 4 feet, call me Jaffe Kareem. I get it cradle to the grave. Yeah. Ain't you not see, motherfucker, look what mama made.
Ain't shit changed but the weather.
Yeah. Okay, if we talking numbers, then I'll be completely honest. You ain't paid for the verse, my baby, the fee was for homage. Long road to success, but I never get off it. It's get money from the wound to the coffin.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Hey. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the OtisWho podcast. I am your host, if I can get on the right doggone screen here. Yes, I am your host, OtisWho.
Ain't nobody coming to see you,
Yes,
Otis.
let's get it. Thank you guys for bearing with me. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great show for you today. This is the High Noon at News edition of the OtisWho podcast. The whole point and theme of this is to try my best to go on every day during the week with the hot topics that I deem are important to me. Interesting sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's lighthearted, sometimes it's just basically commentary, but we're going to do what we do. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And excuse me, I'm going to be a little bit preoccupied because I got a damn puppy running around here, so I got to make sure he's doing what he's not supposed to be doing while going live at the same time. But bear with me, I definitely appreciate you. But what's going on out there? I am in St. Louis, Missouri. It is 1:10 locally. I'm pretty sure it's around noontime somewhere if you're watching this, and I definitely appreciate it. But before we get started, you know what I have to do before we do anything. Before I even make another move, you know what I got to do. Let's start it off with this opening song. Let's go.
Try, but it won't, it can't harm you. It won't work.
Yes. I'm gonna let you know right now, there is no shame in my game. If that song does not affect you in any way, or at least makes you feel just a little bit better with what you're going through, if you're going through something, I don't know what to tell you. It does it for me. Yes. Let's go. All right, here we go. We're going to get straight into it. I'm not going to waste your time. Oh, let me make myself look a little bit better, even though it ain't that much to do. It's hard to fix this ugly mug, but let me make it a little bit brighter. Let's see if it's going to be a little bit more clear for you. Okay. Hopefully that'll do some justice. All right, here we go. Yeah, we good. We in there. Yes. Let's get straight to it. I'm going to start locally here. Again, I live in St. Louis, Missouri. Again, I'm going to recap some of the top stories that are going on locally. Hopefully, it'll get your mind off some things that you're going through. But I'm definitely going to start locally here. I'm going to always try my best to find some local shenanigans that are going on here in the St. Louis area. It is not a big brag at all. It is nothing to be proud about, but St. Louis, we are listed as one of the most dangerous cities here in the United States. This is not a brag. It is not a flex. It's actually embarrassing. It's just crazy. They just recently even had to pass stupid laws. Well, I'm not going to call the law stupid, but it's just stupid that they had to pass this law because we have individuals, mainly teenagers, going around in the heat of the night, touching car doors, pulling their door handles just to try to make sure to see if they're unlockable or not. And they just passed a law making it a felony to do that if you're actually out there doing that and you get caught. You pull on my door, I'm not going to go there. It's too early. But yes, come on now. And it's just unfortunate that they had to actually pass a law to do that. But that is actually going on here in the St. Louis area. That is definitely unfortunate. But the first story here, as you can see, the police looking for y'all sons. Let's go. The first story, I'm getting back to the first two stories I'm going to be getting from our local social media outlet here called VOP, Voice of the People. They're here locally here in St. Louis, and this is where I'm going to be getting the information from for the first 2 stories. I have to give my shout out to them. I have to. You can follow them on Instagram, VOTP_news. It's Voice of the People, and all their news mainly is centered here in the St. Louis area. But I'm going to do my version of the actual live streaming version. They do it excellent far as the print version. I'm coming with my so-called live streaming version. So thank you for doing the hard work for me. This is easy right here. But let's get straight into it. Here we go. This is crazy. Now, when I first started doing YouTube, my whole concept was at the bottom screen, I had the 5 most wanted individuals that were wanted in the St. Louis area, in the St. Louis region. I had their picture down at the bottom, and then I will go ahead and I will read interesting stories that was taking place in the St. Louis area. Unfortunately, the information where I was getting it, that magazine, it was called The World. It was a great magazine. It was putting people on blast, deadbeat, dads, people who doing stupid shit. I mean, stupid shit, breaking into your house. I mean, just doing that most outlandish shit. Their mug shop, of course, is all public record. So this one magazine or one publication will get all the information and post it, and I will, again, take it from print, boom, and turn it into a stream. So that magazine or a publication has been out of business for the last, 4 years. So that's why that side of me doing podcasts that went by the wayside. But this is my new version of it. We're going to keep it going. I like to show faces, and I don't care. I'm not afraid of people doing stupid shit. Let's get right into it. The police looking for y'all sons. They out here embarrassing you. St. Louis County Police are looking for these 2 in relation to a home burglary and auto theft on Hawkins Glen Way in South St. Louis County on November the 11th. That was just 2 days ago. Stolen was a white 2019 Volkswagen Atlas with Missouri plates RK3-VHM. The vehicle remains unrecovered at this time. If you have any information on these suspects, please email Detective Michael Nicholas at such and such. You see it. Listen, please, if you see these individuals, call the police. One thing I can't stand is a thief, and he's carrying a purse at that. Joking but serious. This is crazy. But look at him. Oh, one dude got slide. So they out here committing crimes. First of all, was it that cold? It's not even that. It's a little nippy here in St. Louis, but man, what he got this little coat? Wow. You know you up to no good when you have on a damn coat, and it's been like the average of 60s in St. Louis all week. Now, when the sun drops, I mean, when the sun sets and it goes down, yes, it gets a little nippy, but man, it's not, that coat is not justified. That coat right there signifies, I'm sorry, I'ma say it, I am a thief and I am up to no good. He has on the hood. This is crazy. This is just me. I don't care if you like it or not. I like to go to the chat. The chat is where it's at, the comments. I love the way you report these kids, okay? Let me see what else is interesting down here. No, he's just joking. Let me see what's going on. They forgot to mask up. No, they didn't. They just stupid. They just stupid. And I hope they get caught. Bro ain't got no hustle or none, so he gonna stick to robbing. Yeah, he that's gonna get locked up. Why does this look like you? Damn. But there it is. That's the first story. I'm going to try my best as often as I can to come across these local stories. And if their face is shown, I'm blasting it. I don't care. That's stupid. That is stupid. Yeah, okay. Next story. Moving on to the next one. What is that next one? Early morning shakeup in Florissant. All right, Florissant, Missouri. I live in Florissant, Missouri. That's why this story is hitting home. First of all, St. Louis is not that big in the first place. You have St. Louis City. Then you have St. Louis County, where I reside. And within St. Louis County, there are like several municipalities within St. Louis County. you could drive probably like literally a minute, sometimes 30 seconds down the street, and you're into a whole nother municipality. Still within St. Louis County, obviously, but you're in a whole nother municipality, which means they have their own different mayor and their own different police department. So that's how small St. Louis County and city is, but how congested it is at the same time. I happen to live in Florissant. And speaking of which, this is what took place in Florissant this morning. Not too far from me. Not too far from me. Let's read it. Early morning shakeup in Florissant neighborhood. An early morning operation by the FBI on the 800 block of St. Anthony Lane. I know exactly where that's at. I can almost walk there. Seriously, it takes me about 15 minutes to walk there. That's crazy. In Florissant resulted in the arrest of at least one male suspect. A resident reported being awakened by a loud noise and an intercom announcement instructing their neighbor to exit the residence. Video footage submitted by VOTP News captured the arrest. As of now, neither the FBI nor local authorities have issued official statements regarding the incident. VOTP News will provide updates as more information becomes available. Well, as you can see, they have them walking out. Now, damn, they got the SWAT and everything out there. Damn. Now, 9 times out of 10, hold on. Oh, look at SWAT. Whoa, that is crazy. They got the kids walking out. They have him in handcuffs. Wow, that is, okay. What's going on? Let me see what this chat is saying. Again, that you get the information in the chat. Somebody probably know exactly what's going on. The day our people wake up to, oh, no, it ain't, but let me read this anyway. The day our people wake up to realize you can't win in that game. Instead, you waking up to go to work or job on your own company. You rather let them people wake you up and your whole family and embarrass yourself and the kids, etc. Listen, this was me then. The COs woke me up for 8.5 years now. Yeah, I'm not going to read it again, but I understand. Basically, he was locked up, and yeah, I get it. But you are correct. You are correct. Instead of them going and get a 9-to-5 job, they are actually out here. They rather do this, and they go home and they lay their head with their family, kids, and everything, and they get embarrassed by a knock at the door. FBI, SWAT team. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Excuse me. Will you stop? I'm live on the air. Will you cut it out? Stop. Relax. Stop. I promise you, I love you. I do. But let me do my job, okay? Come on. Relax. I got you. Sit. Relax. I got you. But yeah, I apologize. Having a puppy is like having a child all over again. My youngest, well, I only have one, is 29 years old. I've been out this game for a while. Stop. Okay, but that's that one. Oh man, that is embarrassing though. That's crazy. All right, what's the next story going to be? Now we're going to move outside the local region, and we're going to take it nationally. We're going to take it nationally. What story is next? Who else I'm going to talk about that show their ass is doing something? Okay, whoa. This is a good one. Whoopi Goldberg tried to relate to viewers. This is an interesting story. I don't understand. I think she made a comment. I'm going to read it. I'm going to get right into it. She made a comment that she is still, this is what she said. She said that she is still struggling and she can relate with the American people even though she has a multi-million-dollar contract. I digress. Let's get into the story. I have thoughts on that. I don't understand. Okay. I have thoughts on that, but let's get straight into it. Whoopi Goldberg tried to relate to viewers by saying that she is also having a hard time financially and can't afford to stop working on The View. What? Whoopi, who is on a multi-million-dollar contract with the ABC talk show said, I appreciate that people are having a hard time. Me too. I work for a living. I don't believe this heifer said that. I don't believe this heifer just said she works for a living. Let's continue. Let me see. Whoopi Goldberg has said that she is having a hard time financially, like many other Americans, and can't afford to stop working at, okay, here we go. The 69-year-old star made the comments during Tuesday's episode of the ABC talk show, which she first joined back in 2007. The panel was discussing the results of last week's presidential election, and Sarah Haynes, who voted for Kamala Harris, acknowledged that she was trying to understand why working class people voted for Donald Trump with the belief that he will make things better for them. There were millions and millions of people who felt heard by Trump, and that's what I'm trying to walk into, she explained. As tensions began to rise between the women, Whoopi interjected to suggest that she can resonate with the plight of struggling Americans. My kid has to feed her family. My great-granddaughter has to be fed by her family. I know it's hard out there, Whoopi went on. Referencing the election result, she then added, we talk to people all the time who say, this is what's bothering me. But the thing that's bothering everyone, everybody should not be the thing that puts 85% of other people in danger. I think that's what we're saying. I read that all jacked up. But I know one thing, she is not in touch with the American people. She is not in touch with the American people. You have a multi-million-dollar contract. I don't understand how you are living, not that you say you're living paycheck to paycheck, but that was a bad example. Let me see, what did this person say? Sorry, Whoopi, you're just not having a hard time financially. You're in the percent not having a hard time, goddamn time. Not having a hard goddamn time. You can say you understand, but to compare just shows that you really are delusional. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that 100%. Let's see what some other people are saying. Let me just move this over. Can I move this over just a little bit so you guys can see what I'm reading as well? Let me see here. Where you at? Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, move it so you guys can see it. There you go. Hopefully you can see it. All right. Let me see. This woman could be financially responsible for her entire family. How the hell do you know? Hold on. Yeah. Well, I'm not for to read that, but I was about to say that. Now, I'm pretty sure Whoopi is taking care of her immediate family, granddaughters, grandbabies, her daughter, things like that. And I'm not counting anyone's money. And yes, that is her money. She doesn't have to, but I'm pretty sure she does. And with that being said, I will hope that she will have outstanding accountants to help her out with that, to budget what she has going on, because she has a multi-million-dollar contract with ABC. Surely she knows how to budget her money. I'm assuming. Not necessarily so, but I'm assuming. But that comment to actually say that you can relate to the next average American is, no, that's just not true. Just be honest, you're just a little butthurt that Kamala didn't win the election, and I understand that. Also, I want to touch early on what the other lady said. She said she don't understand how half of America, millions and millions of individuals, voted for Donald Trump. Well, I could easily say the same thing. Why half of the people voted for, almost half of the people voted for Kamala. That's the whole point of a democracy. Everyone can win. I'll be honest with you, I didn't like none of them. Either one of them was, but I'm not going there. But it is what it is. It's just funny how people, the next couple of days after the election, is just still butthurt and like it's really going to affect them like that. That's crazy. I don't get that. But again, Whoopi Goldberg, no, you are not suffering financially and you cannot relate to the American people. I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. I'm sorry. It's just me. It's just me. What's the next story? What else we having on the agenda? Oh, okay. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. I didn't read this story. We're going to do this together. It's going to be revealed to us together at the same time. Oh, look at that. Can I find it? What is that? Yeah. Oh, Otis, what did I do with this story? Give me 1 second. I got to find it. Thank you for bearing with me. Let me find it. Wow, I had it up on the screen, but I now need to find it. But as you can see, men revealed their regrets about marriage. This is probably going to piss some people off, or at least spark a conversation, but I'm definitely curious. Let me see if I can find the story again. My apologies, man. Oh, I hope I can find this. This is going to be so embarrassing if I cannot. Oh, Otis. Man. Where was this? Was it over here? Man. Always something. Otis, you are a screw up. Let me see. Is it here? Let me see. Bear with me. Where you at? Yeah, here we go. Yes. Thank you. Yes, there we go. Here we go. I found it. Yes, because I definitely want to talk about this for real. I really do. I want to talk about this. Okay, it's going to be real simple. I'm just going to go through the list. I might touch on it every now and again. Just touch on some things, but I'm going to go through this list. Let me see. Oh, there it was. Boom. Okay. Boom. Gotcha. We chilling. Okay. Where you at? Okay, here we go. All right. Let's get there. I'm just going to go through the list because I'm curious. Like I said, I haven't seen the list. I saw the story and I immediately closed my eyes and was like, no, I'm going to do it live. We're going to discuss it live because I'm definitely curious to see what this list is going to consist of. All right. Men are revealing their biggest regrets about getting married. I got this story. It was posted just 3 hours ago. I got this from BuzzFeed. You could feel free to read the whole article there, but this is crazy. Men are revealing their biggest regrets about getting married, and it might change the way you think. Let's see. Reason number 1. Let me read this first. If you ask someone married, they'll tell you how much work and love goes into it. Correct. And even so, sometimes you don't get the promise of happily ever after just because you said, I do. Reddit user Skullman_PS2 asked men, what's the biggest thing you regret about getting married? Here's what the guys had to chime in with. Number 1, marrying the wrong person. That can be an issue. How in the hell did you marry the wrong? It happens. Whoa, it happens. But damn. Number 2, getting married when I was too young. At 21, I was too old enough. I was not old enough to know a lot of things that I should have known. I give you that one. My first marriage, I was 20. Yes, I was 20. That is true. I didn't know a lot. I thought I knew a lot, of course, at 20, like all 20-year-olds do, but I didn't know nearly enough. And unfortunately, I didn't grow up with a father in the household, so I didn't know how a married man was supposed to act, and that's the God honest truth. So yes, that first marriage, yeah, that sucker did not work at all. I was just too young. I had quote unquote role models in my life. I had majority of all my uncles. Actually, no, all of my uncles on my mother's side, my mother brothers, they were all married. all. So I looked at that, and it did something to me in my psyche a little bit. I looked at that, but keeping it real, it is what it is. Ain't none of them married to the same woman no more. So I guess they should be looking at this list too, because ain't none of them married to the same woman. It happens. So yes, getting married at too young. Oh yeah, that happens. That definitely happened to me in my first marriage. Number 3, I regret holding it all in all the things that I could have said. I spent years being coached to leave when I'm angry instead of talking out my problems. This has led to years of constantly not talking when it's the one thing we need to do. Oh, yes, that is so true. That is so true. As men, and I fell for that too, as men, we are taught to keep things in, not to discuss it, also to walk away when you get angry and not discuss it, which is all bad advice. All bad advice. Why am I adding ease to words and shit? All bad advice. All bad advice. I'm going to tell you something which is true, and I'm going to tie it in to this. My wife now, we've been dating since 1998. We got married in 2010. Okay? We went to a wedding together. We went to several weddings together in the past. And the pastor, right before he married the couple, he made a comment, and it resonated with me. And it's so true. It resonated with me. He said, when you have an argument, the worst thing you could do is to leave the house. Man, these days, man or woman, leave the house. That's the worst thing you could do. You should have a room, whether it's a basement, man cave, she den, or something to go into and close the door and cool off. Because if you leave the house, 9 times out of 10, and people don't want to hear it, it is what it is, things were going to happen that you're going to regret. No, I'm not talking about infidelity. That's part of it. That could be a part of it. It could be whatever. But you're leaving in anger and you have that shit in your head. The best thing you could do is stay in the house, go into an isolated corner or room that has a door, man cave or something, and just chill out. I'm not going to even lie. That was one of the best advice that I heard in a long time. Has it been a lot? A lot of things I have to find out and figure out myself. This is one of them. I'm a big component of this, of talking out your differences right then and there. If it's too heated, go to your neutral corner, but within the next 24, 48 hours, you have to discuss it. You have to, because what's going to happen, and I'm telling you right now, if you don't discuss it and you put it on the back burner, it's going to fester. It has no choice. It's going to fester. And one day, I don't know when, you don't know when. It could be next week, it could be next month, it could be a year or two from now. It's going to explode. And it's not going to be good. And it's bad, especially for men, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth. We don't know how to express ourselves, articulate ourselves, put our feelings into words so we could let our significant other, our wife, know exactly what we're going through and what needs to be done and all that, what comes with that. We have to be able to verbalize our words and make them understand. That's a big issue. Number 3 is big. It's big. I'm not gonna even lie. The wife, she don't watch my shows too often, but if she watched this, she might get upset, but it's the truth. We've almost came to situations a lot, but by the grace of God and thanks to me, I'm gonna toot my own horn. Thanks to me, I realized keeping that shit in, no, I'm the one that's vocal in the relationship. I'm the one that say, hey, we got to sit down and talk about this. We got to talk about this. A lot of men were like this, what I'm about to say. My aunt had to sit me down and tell me this, and it works. Thank you, auntie. I love you for this. I was known as a runner, which basically means if I got into an argument with you and I don't like to argue, but if we get into an argument, I'm gone. When I say I'm gone, I'm gone. We breaking up because I don't have time for that. I really don't. I was gone. And don't even say, no, you were looking for something of reason to leave. No, I promise you I wasn't. I was just naive and stupid. I was a runner. I didn't like the conflict. I didn't like that. I was naive to understand that two different individuals coming together who say are trying to be evenly yoked, you have to talk that shit through. You're not going to never just meet up with somebody and it's going to be like, boom, you're evenly yoked. You don't have to, you could just automatically know what I'm about to say. It's going to just be beautiful. No. It doesn't work like that. You have to communicate. I don't care what nobody says. Sometimes the man has to do the communicating versus the woman. It happens. Again, I'm the one in my relationship. And when she sees this, she's going to be upset because she's the one that tends to hold things in. This is about the man today, but I could do a whole nother show about women holding things in as well. My wife is the one that holds things in, bless her heart, and I understand why, because I could be a little much for us the way I communicate. I'm a little strong, and I get that. Not trying to be, what I mean by strong, I'm not saying I'm verbally abusive, no, but as you can see me now, I'm very animated, and I like to get my point across. And I forget sometimes that who's sitting across from me, my wife, my beautiful wife, she takes that as being attacked, when in my heart, I'm not attacking, I'm just trying to get my point across. But I have to realize who I'm dealing with. So I have to come up with a different tact, and I have to realize that. And that's what it's all about. Not holding it in, but just find a different way to deliver the message. And my wife's issue is she needs to just stop holding it in like she does and verbalize it. She has an issue with articulating what she's really trying to say. But we're working through it, and we've been working through it. We ain't nobody going nowhere, but that's just a real situation. Most marriages go through this. Again, we've been together since 1998, February 13th. See, I remember them dates. February 13th was our first date, blind date, and we've been together ever since. Got married 2010. Here it is, 2024. We still together. We happy. We good. It's cool, but it's a learning situation. Woo! Love is kind. Love is good. But number 3 is a big one. What's number 4? Cheating on my wife. I love her, and I will regret that until my dying breath. Take it from me. Don't ever go down that path. Damn. Yeah. Wow. I wonder what, and it's hard to get the true numbers. It's hard to get the true numbers, but I don't think infidelity is the number one reason for divorce. I believe it's finances. I could be totally wrong, but I know infidelity is probably high up there, but I don't think it's number one. Let me see if I could Google that real quick. But because I'm curious. But of course, that's obvious. Cheating on your wife. And yes, you're going to regret it. If you love her, you're going to regret it. Now, I can have a whole nother show about that. And it could get deep. It could get deep. If cheating on your wife, if you cheat on your wife, does that mean that you don't love her? Does that mean that? That doesn't mean that, does it? I don't believe one could say that. But that's a good conversation to have. Or vice versa, cheating on your husband. That's a good topic. For the record, because I know people fit around with it. No. I have not cheated on my wife. I couldn't even imagine doing that. No, I have not. No. No, I'm not even going there. That's crazy. That's a whole nother show. I'm not even going there. Number 5. Not today.
Triggered. Triggered.
Nope, not today. Not cohabitating first. Whoo, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. Not cohabitating first. Do you feel that you need to live with your spouse, your potential spouse first before you say I do? Even though if all you religious buffs out there, you know that's frowned upon. I'm going to say this. Back in the day when I was younger, And part of me still believe this because it takes a certain person to do it. And in countries, in other countries, they actually do what I'm about to say. But back when I was younger, in my early 20s and under, I was kind of naive. And I used to believe that you don't really need to be in love with the person you're dating. You could go and marry the first person, in theory, you meet and make that work. I know it sounds stupid. I know it sounds crazy. But in my 20s, I honestly used to believe that. You like me based on the appearance. I like you based on your appearance or whatever little information we have of one another. We go out on a date. All of a sudden, we girlfriend and boyfriend. This is what they do these days. We girlfriend and boyfriend, and now we just together. We go together. We go together. Yeah. That's what they doing. They don't know each other. They have no idea what. So back in my 20s, being serious about it, I used to believe that could really, really for real take place. I still kind of believe it can, but it takes a certain individual to make that happen. It really does. I might still be a little naive. Please leave a comment and let me know. Do you believe that you have to cohabitate first? Or do you believe that you don't have to live with the individual first before you actually marry them? Wow. I'm going to say it. We've been together again since 1998. I just recently, within the past 5-6 years, started passing gas in front of my wife. I still, to this day, since 1998, I have never heard, oh, I'm lying. Oh, I was just about to lie. Oh, I was about to lie. I was about to lie. I heard her. She didn't think I heard her, but I heard her pass gas a couple of times. I could count it on one hand and still have fingers left. She didn't do it on purpose, though. We've been together since 1998. Can that be done? You have to know almost, do you really need to know everything about your spouse before you marry them? Live with them first, do you? Do you really want to know what they look like in the morning? All that comes along. You want to know how they keep their house. You want to know what type of cleaning products that they use. I'm making stuff up as I go, but you want to know these things. You want to know how they move around the house. You want to know if they have certain smells, for us their natural body odor. You want to know these things. You want to. I'm serious. The jury's out. Can that be done? That's okay. That's number 5. That's a good one. Number 6, as a divorced man, I regret all of it. I know that's right. Straight to the point. Number 7, I thought I met the best possible match for a soulmate at 20. I already know where it's going. We waited 8 years to get engaged, then married at year 10, but drifted apart by our first wedding anniversary. Shortly after, she told me she thought I would change after marriage. Instead of our child-free life in the city that we've been planning, she wanted to move to the suburbs for me to give up my dreams and have kids ASAP. Consistency feels like an illusion to me now, and I don't trust what people say or believe what they want anymore, even after years of connection. Wow. That's a big one right there. That's a big one right there. Men and women have this issue. It's not just a man thing. Wow. It's something in there that, wow. I thought, let me see where he said shortly after she told me that, okay, shortly after, here it is right here. This is where people make their biggest mistakes, right here, where they make their biggest mistakes. Shortly after, she told me she thought I would change after marriage. Come on. Come on. Who changes? That's the biggest, that's the mistake right there. Right there. Never do that. Accept and know who you are marrying before you do it. I'm not going to even say that's easier said than done. Some people put up masks and all that. I get that. But know who you're marrying man. And there's another one too. Y'all, that was a long courtship. That was 10 years. So you dated for 10 years, and after you got married, you drifted apart before your first year of marriage. Well, in theory, you was already married to me, especially when it comes to common law. You was already married. But the issue is clearly states it right there. Wow, my fault. I did all this. I wasn't even sharing the screen. I apologize. My apologies. My apologies. I don't know if I might have put. No, I wasn't even sharing the screen. There we go now. Yeah, but that's number 7. But that's the issue right there. Right there. Shortly after she told me she thought I would change after marriage. Not going to happen, people. If you go into a marriage thinking that individual is going to change, I'm sorry to tell you and mighty glad to let you know you fucked up.
Got him!
If he or she did not tell you or did or made that change prior to the marriage, that's who they are. Facts. You have to accept it. You have to accept it, or don't marry them in the first place. And that's for real. Easier said than done, I get it. But man, you have to accept who you are marrying. Know who you are marrying before you get down on that one knee and ask that woman to take your hand in marriage. Know all of it to the best of your ability. Know the attitude, know the shortcomings, know all that to the best of your ability. Ugh. I don't know. That's crazy. That's where you messed up, right there. Right there. All right, what's number 8? Dead bedroom for decades. I eventually cheated. No excuses. I was ready to be gone by then, and we ended up divorced. My kids were in their 20s and said it was fully expected. They didn't know why it took so long to figure out we were not a good parent. Whether or not I ever find someone else, I would be happier alone with my cats than they saw me with their mom. Things I wish someone had told me 20 years ago, but you try to keep it together until you can't. Damn. Damn. That's big right there. That is big right there. Right there. Thank God I don't have that issue in our marriage right now. But I will say this, because this is, see, I'm not finna crack no jokes, no nothing. People need to hear this. Of course, the sex drive is not going to be the same when you first got married to where you are now. Again, a rare situation. My wife and I, again, we've been together since 1998. Here it is, 2024. We're in our mid-50s. I'll be 54 Saturday. Okay, we look good for our age. We're getting older. In our 30s, when we were courting and things like that, she's gonna be mad when I say it. We was doing it going down the highway. You got me all confused. Sure it was. Wrong sound effect. Wrong thing. Wasn't nothing tuba feel about that. We was doing it on the highway back in our 30s. In our 50s, not so much. But it's still active. That's where the communication come in at. That's where the communication come in at. You said that it was dead, which means you didn't even talk to her about it. I'm just assuming you didn't have the conversation with her. You didn't have the discussion. with your wife. Now, if y'all have that understanding and she's not giving you none, and then you have that understanding, which is nobody else's business but you and your wife, then that's different. I'm a firm believer that what goes on in your bedroom, in your household between you and your significant other is between you two, period. So if you guys having a situation or understanding that, hey, wifey, this is the wife speaking, I'm not sexually active like that anymore for whatever reason. I know you are. Let's try to come to a understanding. Maybe I got to give you more hand jobs or something. I'm not trying to be funny. You better talk about it. Something got to be done. Whether you got to go in the bathroom and whatever you got to do. But not saying that I agree with it, I understand. I do, but that comes from lack of communication. You can go back up to number, what number was that? Was it 3? Was it, getting married too young? No, what was it? It was something about communication. I forgot which one. I regret telling. I forgot which one it was. I forgot which one it was. The client. I'm sorry if you hear that bell, my phone ringing. But it ties into the communicating part about being able to communicate. I forgot what number it was. But again, you can find this list on BuzzFeed, the top 10 reasons men reveal their regrets for getting married. I'm down to number 8. But yeah, that's a big one. A dead bedroom. Man. And another big one too. The kids know. Your kids know. They know probably before, they can't know before you knew, but they know. You noticed, he said her kids are in their 20s, and they made the comment, what took you so long? We knew you guys wasn't compatible back then. What took you so long? Well, they stayed together for the kids. Obviously, I get that. A lot of people do that. You need to communicate, bruh. You need to talk to your partner. There's no excuse for the dead bedroom. For decades, he didn't say a decade. He didn't say a year or two. Decades, which means it was more than one. He said 20 years. Wow. I couldn't see being with my wife and we not having sex, and there's no reason for us not to have sex. Well, let me back up. There's always a reason for it not to have it. You just don't know the reason, for whatever reason, if that makes sense. There's a reason that you're not having it. You just don't know it because you didn't communicate. But that's crazy. There's no way I can go that. That's crazy. Anyway, number 9, not putting in the effort that is expected. My wife put in all the effort and I didn't try hard enough. Okay. At least you're honest about it. I guess you had self-reflection. She left you and you had time to sit back and think about it. Or maybe you knew you wasn't shit during the time, because how could you not put forth the effort? I don't understand that. But again, maybe you had self-reflection and you realized you didn't put forth the effort. Now, of course, there's always exceptions to the rule. And I know we're not here to discuss the exception, but I'm going to bring up one exception to the rule that I think this need to be discussed. You as the individual might not feel, no, I take that back. She might feel, just using this example, she might feel that you didn't give any effort, but in your mind, you are. A hypothetical situation. In your mind, you're doing all you could do. In your mind, you putting forth the effort, but he or she feels like you're not. Use this real life situation. She feels like you're not. What do you do then? When you giving your all, you really feel in your heart you are. But she feels like you're not. What's the dilemma then? Now, I know you didn't say that. You said and you acknowledged that you didn't. But again, I understand. I'm just saying there are situations out there where there are individuals who feel like that they are giving their all. They're doing the best they could do. But the other individual, their significant other feels like, nah, you ain't doing shit, or you're not doing enough. But you know you're doing all you can. Then what? Counseling? Communication? More communication between you two? And to work it out? But it happens. It happens. It happens. And you need to have that discussion. But it happens. That's number 9. That happens for real. Wow. And last, well, I thought that was more than 10. I thought it was just 10. It's more. We're going to keep going. Not leaving sooner. See, I don't like that one. I believe in them vows. I really do. I believe in them vows. Now, the first marriage, like I said, I am a divorcee. The first marriage, not making no excuse. I was young. I was in my 20s. Lord knows I didn't know any better at all. But I believed in the vows. I really did. I didn't even initiate the divorce, but I'm glad she did. But that's a whole nother story. I digress. But not leaving sooner. I just don't like that. But I get it. There are some things that can't be forgiven or can't be worked out. And I regret those situations, but not leaving sooner. I would like to know some examples of not leaving sooner. I don't know. Yeah, that one's not really. Yeah. Okay. We married. What the hell? We married during COVID, so we didn't get a wedding. Feel silly to do one now, but I missed out. Oh, those are one of your regrets. That's a weak one. That's a weak one. You ain't missing out on shit. The wife and I, we went to Vegas. We didn't want we went to Vegas. And when we got back a week or two later, then we had a reception. The cake, the ice sculpture. You know, basically it was just a big party. She put on a nice little dress, yeah. So you're not missing much. You're really not. You're not missing much. Just my opinion. All right. We both somewhat regret not having more kids. Okay, let me keep reading. We both somewhat regret not having more kids. We stopped at 2 because we were confident in our ability to provide for them financially. While still meeting our other financial goals for lifestyle and retirement. We wanted to make sure we'd be able to give the kids enough quality time, but looking at where we are now, things would have been fine with 1 or 2 more. Okay. I give you that. I understand. I have one daughter from a previous relationship. My wife and I, again, we've been together since 1998. We don't have any kids together. Not to get too personal, we lost one child due to a miscarriage early on in our relationship. And we just haven't tried since then. So I definitely understand that feeling because as of now, within the last 5 to 6 years, I had that regret, especially for my wife not experiencing that. But yeah, and yeah, I did. That's definitely one of my regrets. It really is. That's one of my regrets. But yeah, okay, let me move on. I almost went. Yeah, that's crazy. 13. I regret saying unnecessary and unkind words to her in the past when I was angry. But let me go back to number 12 because I had something that came on my heart, and I have to say this. When I met my wife, again, like I said, I already had one child. And I'm going to share this with you because I think people need to hear this. Again, I'm an open book. I try to keep it real as possible. Since I already had a child, I told my wife, my girlfriend at the time, I don't want any more kids. I put that on the table up front. Hindsight is 2020. That was very selfish of me, and I was naive as fuck. Very selfish. But let me give you my frame of mind in reference to why I had that thought process. I'm a firm believer, and he said it right here. He wanted the ability to provide for them financially. And I'm being honest with you. That was my biggest concern. We were poor growing up. Don't get me wrong. I didn't know what poor was. I didn't know we were poor until I was getting older. You know the routine. But as a little kid, we had food. We didn't go, we wasn't starved. We had food on the table, you know. So don't get me wrong. But as we got older, I realized, so with that being said, as I started to get my first job at 15, 16, at our early age, and we started maturing and getting girlfriends and boyfriends and going out there to the real world, graduating from high school, going into the service, some of us going to college, realize you need to get a job. You realize that if you smart, kids are expensive. At the time, at 20, they tend to, it's going to come out the wrong way, slow you down. You're really trying to get your bag together. You're really trying to get your business together. You're really trying to be that corporate person because you just graduated from college, so you want to get your shit together. In my mind, I didn't want any more kids. And not that I forced that, I made it known to everyone that I was dating. And then when I got married, it was still known, no kids. We had sex. She was pregnant. I wasn't upset. I was happy, actually. But then soon after, we lost the child due to a miscarriage, and we haven't tried again. Don't ask me why. We just haven't. Here we are in our 50s now, and by reading that, and also had an episode about 5-6 years ago, it came across me just sitting back. Hindsight is 20/20. And you have them epiphanies. They hit you hard. That you don't want to tell nobody. And you just sit there, it hits you hard. I looked at my wife. She didn't know why I was even looking at her. And she don't understand. I'm like, wow, I'm such a fucking idiot. Selfish. But in my mind, I wanted to be able to afford that child. And I mean that. There's no excuse. I really wanted to do that. Because with my first child, she didn't go starving or anything like that, but I wanted to be better. Hindsight is 20/20. Like he said, it takes a village. My second child would have been fine. Would have been fine. Yeah. That's one of my regrets right there. Damn, they hit me. Damn. I'm not gonna even lie. Fuck. Whew, yes. Okay, number 13, let's go. I regret saying unnecessary and unkind. Hold on, did I skip one? Did I read? Hold on. Okay. We both somewhat regret not having more. Oh, we already read that. I already read that. 13, I'm 13. I'm right. We good. Number 13, I regret saying unnecessary and unkind words to her in the past when I was angry, more than regretting anything about our marriage. We married young and were both virgins when we got together. Damn, sex was great. Lucky for you, because it could have went the other way. Her personality suits me perfectly. We are like chalk and cheese and opposite in most ways. Sure, it can get frustrating, but mostly it means we have to increase our communication skills. There you go. Which is always good. I regret some of my poor early parenting decisions more than any part of our marriage. Wow. I like that. Accountability. Yes, I have to be honest. This is a husband or wife thing. We both go through that, but let me keep it on the husband. It's not about the wife. Yes, in an argument or when we're frustrated, of course, and it's not right at all, we're going to say things that we are going to regret. I can't explain it to you, but I can a little bit. I'm going to try to explain it, but really there is no explanation. I'm going to try. And please understand where I'm coming from, hopefully. But the talking crazy comes from us feeling comfortable and being comfortable with you. I know it sounds fucked up. I know it does. I know it does. You ain't got to tell me. But I know you understand what I'm saying. No excuse. No excuse. But we're comfortable with being around you. So I don't have to hold my tongue or choose my words. I just say it. It's wrong as hell. It's wrong. Because at the same time, us being men, I'm talking about the men now because women go through it too. But us being the husband, the men, we out there in the real world, we really can't express ourselves the way we really want to on a quote unquote job or when we out in front of other people, in front of other folks. We have to be cautious of what we say and how we say it. Obviously, not making excuses. I'm just giving you the real. I didn't say the real was going to be pleasant. I'm just giving you the real. Of course, we hold our tongue. We are more careful with our words. I even say sometimes we cower down a little bit because we're out there in the real world based on who we're dealing with, the boss or whatever. So when we come home to our significant other or spouse, someone that we feel comfortable with, and you have words with one another because it happens, yes, you're going to be more free and more flamboyant with your words, more rude, and it's wrong. Yes, I myself am dealing with that, and it's not, and it's an ongoing thing. Now, when I say that, I'm not going to say it, and don't make it seem like I'm just verbally abusive. No, I'm not saying it at all. But I am keeping it real. It has been times where we had an argument or I'm just having a bad day for whatever reason, and I'm talking, I know damn well what I just said was out of order. That tone was wrong. It was wrong as fuck. And I had to go back and apologize. It happens. Anyone that say it doesn't, they're lying. Again, I'm not making excuses. Not at all. Not at all. But hopefully you understand a little bit where it's coming from. And it's up to us still, regardless, to fix that, to work on that, to build on that. It really is. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and work that out. For real. I had to work that out. Again, man cave or a room or a she den, if it's for the wife, go to that neutral corner, close the door, woosah, smoke, have a drink, whatever is required of you, and then you go back and you have that conversation. You discuss that. But no, there's no reason, never, that you should ever verbally abusive or talk crazy to your wife or say things that you're going to regret. Nah, that shouldn't happen. Unfortunately, it does. Nip it in the bud quick. Please do. That go for the wife too. Cause some of y'all ass, yeah, all right.
Triggered.
I'm not even going there.
Triggered.
Right.
Triggered.
All right.
Triggered.
Hopefully it's not too many more. Number 14, failing to recognize how quickly she would abandon sex. I've lived in a sexless relationship for 40 years thinking it was better for the children. Damn. My brother told me years ago that the kids adapt to any situation. He was correct. And I know, and I now despair. We live separately, but it sucks. Hold on. I'm not going to read it again. I got lost when you said that you were in abandoned sex relationship for 40 years. And you only stayed there because it was better for the kids. Wow. That goes back up to, I forgot what number that was up there, but that's crazy. I don't even know what the comment on that is. I don't, yeah, okay. Number 15, I would never marry someone again who I have never argued with. Okay. I get that. You want to know if because I said it earlier, because I admitted it about myself. You want to know if they're, you want to know what type of arguer they are. You want to know if they're going to hit below the belt. You want to know if they're going to come with them damn ad hominems. You want to know if they're going to be a runner like I was, just burnt out. Bye, I'm gone. You want to know if they're going to be able to articulate themselves after they get mad and come back and talk about it. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Most definitely. I agree with that. Most definitely. I hope you guys are, and women are picking up from this and learning this. Matter of fact, how many is it? Is it 20? Yes, it was, okay, it stopped at 18. No, it stopped at 20. Good, good. All right, not much longer. Which one? We stop, okay. Okay, no, number 16. I picked based on potential. We both had a similar crapping upbringing. She expressed interest in healing from it. I knew I was further along than she was, so I figured I could help her. Uh-oh. I already know where this is going. Once we got married, she stopped progressing. She became extremely toxic and controlling and blamed me for everything. So my biggest regret was getting married before I saw how she was. A little more time, and I think it could have been obvious. There were small signs at first, okay? I just thought that it'd get better. So, bad idea there. Wow. I got you. But you just said it. You married her too soon, and you said it. You saw the signs, you just ignored it. You saw the signs, you just chose to ignore it. And also to the biggest one. The biggest one. I might say something sexist, but correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hear it in the chat. Most women think they could fix the man. But he said he thought he could fix her. He thought he could, his exact words were, I figured I could help her. That's what he said. He figured he could help her. That's where you made your biggest mistake.
Got him!
You cannot help anyone. They have to help themselves. Facts. I forgot who I heard this from. And when I first heard it, it tripped me out. I'm like, you lying? That don't even make sense. But then I had to pray about it. I had to meditate on it. And it's so true. It's so true. And my wife and I, we discussed it. I cannot, and she cannot, make me happy. You have to make yourself happy. That is not her job to make you happy. And vice versa. It is not my job to make my wife happy. You have to do that within yourself. Now, a lot of people don't understand that, and I probably lost you on it. But please, meditate on it. Pray. Do whatever you need to do. But that's a big-ass statement. It's a true statement. That's where he went wrong right there. You cannot fix her. First of all, she has to have the need to want to be fixed. And once she has that need, she has to be the one to go fix it. Facts. 17, getting forced into marriage. My wife is beautiful and has it together. And she'll sometimes joke about how she forced me to marry her. She's not wrong. Uh-oh. The biggest regret is being forced into a marriage. And though she's an incredible woman, we have a surface level relationship. Damn. It's like Pleasantville and eats slowly away at my soul. She enjoys being in the know about neighborhood issues and likes to be around people, even people she doesn't particularly get along with. I've become indifferent. mostly because I have no interest in the majority of the topics she does. I mean, that she enjoys. However, she is nice to look at and is easy to get along with. Wow. I'm gonna let that marinate for a minute. God, dog. He straight up just said he with her for the looks. She easy to look at, and she forced him to marry her. He said it. He's admitting to it. And he's having regrets. Even though that's why I tell you, I'm here to tell you, looks don't mean shit. It start off with the looks, but they go. Looks do not keep you together. Looks do not maintain the relationship. Yes, it can be put on as a facade. It could be a front. Great arm candy. Yeah, you want to be the best looking couple when you go out with your couple friends to restaurants or social gatherings. You're both dressed to the nines. She's sexy, got the nice body. She always knows how to dress, always. But deep down, you like, I don't really like this heifer. Wow. How many marriages are like that? Damn. He said it. Wow. Wow. Damn. Okay. I'm not even going to dwell on that. Whoever watched this show and get to 17, man, it's going to be some
Triggered.
Wow. All right.
Triggered.
Here we go. Number 18. We got two left. Number 18. And again, if you're just joining in, men reveal their regrets about marriage. If you want to check out the other topics that I touched on briefly, please rewind it. I appreciate you. Like and hit the subscribe button. It's a beautiful thing. Donate to the show if you feel that it is worthy. You see the banner up top. I definitely appreciate you. I really, really do. Number 18. I regret that I created a situation where my wife thought I would never leave her no matter how awful she acted. Damn. She took that as a license to do whatever she wanted. I wish I had started day one by saying that there was a line, and if she crossed it, I was gone, because I think we both would have been happier. You sound like a beta male to me. Simp, whatever you want to call it. But the technical term, you a beta male and you getting what you deserve. What you mean? It's never too late to put the pants. See, right now, I coined this phrase, you are not wearing the pants in your household. She has the pants on and you're walking around in your boxers. Sir, you need to get your pants and put them back on. She has the pants right now. You have relinquished your Levi's, sir. You have relinquished your khakis. You have given up your overalls. Sir, go get your pants back. Go get your pants back. I don't have nothing to say about that. Go get your pants back. There's a baseline. I have one, and of course the wife has one. And we try our damnedest not to cross that. There's a baseline, sir. You, sir, have no belt, no pants. You probably don't have on no damn shoes. You, sir, go get your pants. Take it off your wife. Take it back off your wife, and you put them on one leg at a time. And no, she cannot be in them with you. You beta ass male. The hell wrong with you? You created a situation where you're like, yeah, all right. Number 19, that triggered me.
Triggered.
Yeah, all right. And finally, I should have told her I loved her sooner. I was scared. Luckily, she knew it, and it all worked out in the end. I never had an issue with telling my wife that I loved her. Matter of fact, who said it first? I think I said it first. I think I said it first. Okay. Wow. But check this out. Those are the 19 things that men revealed about their regrets in their marriage. Wow. Hey, hopefully you enjoyed the show for today. I went over four interesting stories. Hopefully they were all captivating to you. Hopefully you got something out of them. I really did appreciate you tuning in to the show. I will be here again tomorrow for the High at Noon news. And ironically enough, I'm not even high. I'm about to get off here, go to my cousin's house, and go get me some marijuana because I did this whole show sober as hell. But we good. High at Noon news. We here. Y'all want to go over one more story? I'm going to hold the rest until tomorrow. Yeah, I'll hold the rest until tomorrow. But we good, though. But again, seriously, I thank you guys. Hopefully you found this interesting. Please hit the like button or the unlike button. I appreciate it. Thank you. Please leave a comment about the show. If there is any storylines or anything like that that you would like for me to talk about for the news, by all means, drop a link. My fault, drop me an email. The email is OtisWho1@gmail.com. OtisWho1@gmail.com. Also, please subscribe, hit the like button, whatever you need to do to my other social media platforms that you see to the left of the screen. And until then, I'll see you next time. You have a safe day.
OtisWho. Music.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.